The sole purpose of this video is to expose global management team, specifically their use of MK Ultra Monarch mind-controlled slaves, in order to facilitate their centuries-old plot to subjugate the people on Earth, first through control of resources, then the citizens themselves, converting them from free-thinking individuals into fractured or splintered groups of lost sheeps, who willingly surrender themselves to those posing as concerned leaders or wolves in sheep's clothing.
You know, they could type in the command, they could get the person to act like a chicken or whatever it is, by typing in computer commands, computer.
Many people are under mind control, and have been working for GMT for years, men and women who are dentists, attorneys, stockbrokers, doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists, politicians, bankers, corporate heads, engineers, newspaper editors or owners, nurses, teachers, principals, etc. All these programmed people are used to further the cause, each placed in strategic position. The technology available.
You think I'm joking?
Snowden says he was astonished back then at the access he had at his fingertips.
We can do it to anyone. Watch them draft correspondence and actually watch their thoughts form as they type. As you write a message, can actually see you write sentences in the backspace over your mistakes and then change the words and then kind of pause and think about what you wanted to say and then change it. Not just into your communications, your finished messages, but your actual drafting process, into the way you think.
The technology available is so advanced that most people couldn't even dream of it. It far surpasses anything yet seen on sci-fi movies, or read about in books. Total automation of people.
This sound, which is received by shortwave radios in the United States, is generated by another Soviet radio frequency device. It is known as the woodpecker because of its tapping noise. It is broadcast by a number of high-powered radio transmitters operating deep in the Soviet Union since July 4th, 1976. Some scientists suspect that the woodpecker is designed to interfere with human brain function.
As far as I'm concerned, the potential that this has for producing a direct psychoactive effect upon the total American population is there. Has never been disproven.
Disney World looks like a whole fun bunch of rides, but what we actually have here are a number of rides that are sponsored by military-industrial corporations.
Happiest place on earth.
I was hired by J. Edgar Hoover to instill mind pattern programming into the children. It was an FBI plan. It was instigated.
To really appreciate how this could be done, something called trauma-based mind control.
frequency, low energy electromagnetic fields also can possess biological efficiency because any field not only carries energy but also carries information. Of course, the military were extremely interested in this potential of remote influence.
Officially, the Department of Defense will not comment because the subject area is, quote, too sensitive. But CNN has learned from this government scientist, who did not want to be identified, that a Navy laboratory conducted research into the use of an RF device for counterterrorism and special operations. Dr. James Frazier did electromagnetic research for the U.S. Air Force for many years.
You could make an antenna that would be carryable by a helicopter, and that this could be expected to produce a wide variety of symptoms, actually, by humans who happen to be standing in the beam.
Is nicknamed the brain bomb. According to the book Star Warriors, the brain bomb would focus a nuclear blast into a huge pulse of low-frequency RF energy that would stun huge numbers of troops. Apparently, it too has not yet been funded.
You think I'm joking?
The CFR from behind the scenes has dominated this nation for decades. CFR members include top executives and journalists for the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Chicago Daily News, Harper's, Look, Time, Life, Newsweek, U.S. News and World Report, CBS, NBC, MGM. They include directors of the Ford Foundation, the Rock...
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns.
The Rockefeller Foundation, the Carnegie Endowment Fund. They include Presidents Hoover, Eisenhower, Johnson, and Nixon, Secretaries of State Stettinius, Atchison, Dulles, Herter, and Rusk. A fantastic percentage of the President's cabinet. It's a sobering fact that the hidden power structure of international finance has exerted tremendous influence over public opinion in this country. The human mind is like a computer.
You know, they could type in the command, they could get the person to act like a chicken or whatever it is.
No matter how efficient it may be, its reliability is only as great as the information fed into it. No matter how intelligent a person may be, it's entirely possible to program what he will think. No matter how intelligent a person may be...
Marshall Mathers. Some of you may know him as Eminem, but he's going to join the Saturday night crew with our music intro starting next Saturday night. But folks, I want to take you to the world premiere. Of one of his new videos called Berserk.
Like a magician, critics I turn to preaching. Like a magician, critics I turn to preaching.
Great Rick Rubin, who was helping produce that with you, Marshall, when you did that.
Yeah, sorry. Live TV. Live TV freaks me out a little bit.
No.
Yes, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Ted Gunderson, FBI veteran, former head of the regional office in Los Angeles. Is there a network of these satanic murderers in this country, do you allege?
I cannot say that there's a network of satanic murderers. I can say that based on information furnished to me by confidential sources and informants, based on interviews with dozens of survivors from the satanic operations through the years, satanic beliefs, etc., I can say that there is a network of these people across the country who are very active. They have their own rest and relaxation farm. They are in contact with each other. It ties in loosely to the drug operation. It ties into motorcycle gangs, and it goes on and on. They have their own people who specialize in surveillances and photography and in assassinations.
Satanic crime. Stay with us.
Change the way you think.
My name's Kelly. Lenny? Johnny? Oh.